Hi! A little bit different than what you might be used to. You might be wondering, why am I seeing a face? Typically I see no face, or, if there is face, multiple faces at once. Well, there's a thing going on. I was in college. I have since graduated college. All of the D&D sessions I have ever DM'd were recorded and they are uploaded to a Google Drive that is only accessible by my college account, which I lose access to in just a matter of months. And I don't want to lose the years of D&D I played with my friends, because those are memories. Also, we as people have grown so much, some of us are different genders. Some of us are just grown and, we're doing things in our life, adult jobs. I work at a law firm, which makes sense, but it's like, we're adults now. And I don't want to lose the memories of hanging out with our friends at a time when we don't get to hang out as much anymore. We're not seeing each other as much anymore. So what I've gone ahead and done is I am going to download all the old sessions and put them up. But there is a slight issue because we don't have the very first session we ever did, and we're actually missing a few sessions of our very first campaign. And I don't want to just start uploading things without an explanation of kind of what went on before the cameras or before we started recording. So that's what this is. I have a timeline of events that Sarah Moeller, love you Sarah, graciously made a few years ago, and I'm just gonna go ahead and read off what happened before we have the recordings. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an explanation of what you could have seen had we recorded things. First, I need to give an explanation of the world. The world, of course, being Circadia. Circadia is a world of magic. It is plentiful, it is boisterous, and it is also a little bit controversial. Within Circadia, there are a few different continents, and for this specific campaign, we take place in one continent on one side of the cube, this continent of Lectere. Now, within Lectere, there are 5 different nations. You have Han, Gemin, Geno, Yeji, and France. Because France. These nations are all very different, right? You have nations that love magic, are full of wizards and tinkerers like Han, and then you have nations that hate magic and want nothing more than to get rid of it, like Yeji. We had a lot of different players, right? And all these players came from different nations. We had Vanir, a wizard from Han. We had Azra, a cleric from Han. We had Akara, a paladin from Geno. We had Olerin, a rogue from Yeji. We had Lei, a blood hunter from France. We had Rel, a rogue from, different type of rogue from Jimin. We had, so many. Am I getting everyone? Oh, and then we had Bryn, a monk from also Geno, and all of these characters were counselors. They were all politicians from their nation, representing their nation in the middle of the capital city of Daysens, which is where we pick up our campaign at the start of a new year and the start of a new congressional term. And the very first congressional vote, do we allow magic in Daysens? Of course, like I said earlier, there are different nations that have different views of magic. Nations that like magic, nations that don't like magic. And they start a vote. The president, Janae Ramsian, who comes from Han, goes ahead and says, hey, I'm opening up the floor. Speeches are made, and all of a sudden, just as they're about a vote, explosion outside, uh-oh. The councils run out, as they should. If you're a politician, you should be working for your people and trying to save them. They run out. They see that the Colosseum in the center of town has exploded, and so many, whether visitors or actual citizens of the city of Daysens, are in danger. So some of them go ahead, run down to the Colosseum, where they see inside a weird, scale-looking object. A man in a purple cloak, and tons of red dust. This red dust, as they very quickly realize, if they're covered in it, they can't cast magic. Odd. Some of them start digging through the rubble trying to get people out when Rel goes ahead and runs away and attempts to track down who might have done this. He counts all of the other counselors and he sees that Marcus, a councilman from France, is missing. Rel runs away, finds Marcus, tries to shoot him, does shoot him. Marcus laughs in his face, and Rel runs away like a little baby. Now, at this time, Akara and Azra entered a little bit late, which is totally fine. Uncharacteristic for both of them, but it's okay. And as they arrive, all of a sudden, the council building, a second explosion has hit the city of Daysens. They run back to the council meeting, or the council building. Some of them stay at the Colosseum to save people. I believe Bren trips and dies in the rubble. Whoopsies. While they run to the main council building, they see tunnels underneath. They go, uh-oh, tunnel. Gertis Bueller, another counselor from Geno, is knocked out. Akara lovingly, caringly heals Gertis. And they look down. Uh-oh, scary tunnels under there. What do? They jump in. They jump in because Janae's gone. And at this point, they're going through the tunnels. They're trying to find what's going on under the tunnels. And they get to a big room full of runes. Janae on a plinth in the center of the room. And the first thing they do, the first thing that happens, it wasn't a group activity. Alarin takes out a dagger, throws it at the plinth, and all of a sudden, magic surges all around. Now remind you, Alarin is from Yeji. Alarin hates magic. Magic all around the room, and very quickly it looks like it's caving in. They're screwed. It's bad. And all of a sudden, in his mind, Rel hears the voice of none other than Marcus asking if he wants to make a deal to save his life. Rel says yes, because he's an evil little shit. All of a sudden, a column of light cuts through the ground, leaving making Rel leave, and also leaving an exit for everyone else to get out of. Gertis, who is a ranger, is able to grow a tree. They climb up. At the same time, Lay's from France. Lay has an ability that, as a blood hunter, he was able to like walk through walls and stuff. So he walks through the walls, doesn't realize that Rel has disappeared. He's looking for an excavator. He's crying. He thinks all his friends are about to die. I believe we played In the Arms of an Angel as it was happening because that's funny. He arrives back, crying, thinking his friends are dead. They're actually fine. They got out of the whole fine. Rel, who is in Jimin, goes on a whole event. While he gets teleported, he sees Mogu Chen, another senator from Jimin. Rel has, an encounter with him. Mogu tries to shoot him. It's very scary. And then somehow they kind of abandon each other. And then the next time they see each other, Rel pretends to be Janae, uses a disguised self, and he finds out that there's someone that's a mole on the council who's giving Janae advice. Running through the city, Rel abandons everything. He finds some other tunnels. He goes through some tunnels. Remember, this is a completely different set of tunnels in a completely different nation. He's going through the tunnels, and he finds a weird egg-shaped room. What do eggs have to do with this campaign? Nobody knows yet. After looking at the egg-shaped room, he goes back through. He, does his senator duties. He goes to some big meeting that he kind of blows off, doesn't care about. And then he has a meeting with the, standing leader of Jimin, Leo Valdez, where, he tells Valdez that there's some stuff going on. He's kind of, I'll rub your back if you rub mine kind of vibes. And Valdez gives him an amulet. How nice. How charitable. Rel then goes to the temple of Moradin, the god of the forge, and the god of glory holes, in a forging way, not a weird way. Freaks. Calls upon Moradin. It's uneventful. He then goes to town where there's a child. Just a straight up kid at a shop. And he threatens the kid's life with a gun. And he's a politician. Surely nothing will come of that. Now remember, Rel is the only one that has left Daysens at this point, so back in Daysens while all of that is happening with Rel, there's a lot of fallout, right? They get out of the tunnels, they're hanging out, they find out that there's an invading army going to Geno again. It's a nation that is a little bit taken advantage of. They have all of the magic rock that lets people use magic. It's called Electrum. And the King of France has declared war on Geno and seems to be attacking. The party splits with the Hongolians, Veneer and Azra going back to Han to meet with the president of the Hongolian Council, and with Lay heading out to France to figure what's going on with France, and Akara there, Alarin there. I think that's actually where I'm going to stop this explanation, as I'm pretty sure the first session we have starts out there. So please enjoy the fruits of the labors of a new DM and a group of mostly new players. I can't guarantee you that good decisions are made either by me or everyone else, and I can guarantee you that at times the rules were completely misinterpreted, completely disregarded, but it was fun. So go ahead and enjoy this. Love you guys. Bye.